there. I'm here with Gabriel from BH. And just to understand or explain people watching BH, I mean, the creatives, the photographers, the videographers, we know what B&H is because it's been around since 73. Blimmy and Herman Schreiber, right? The
Yep.
iconic store in New York, 9th Avenue.
The B and the H.
Yeah, the B and the H. It's an iconic store. And you have such a huge range for professional photographers, videographers, creatives, designers. And I also hear the store, it's like it has an amazing system. When you do order something, it just appears on a conveyor belt. That is something like that.
It's a conveyor belt
Yeah.
that runs throughout
It's
the whole store, and it's like magic.
It's like
You
magic.
walk around the whole store, you kind of point to the things you want, and then you don't carry them around the store.
It just goes.
They appear at your checkout. When you pay the bill, you're like, I've got all this stuff.
Yes. So B&H is an iconic store known and renowned around the world. You know, people, individuals, businesses, creatives love the history of it as well. And also that's why I think the collaboration between Hahnemühle and B&H is wonderful, because I know you carry, I think, the complete range of Hahnemühle as well.
I should hope so.
Yes.
I should hope so.
That is something. So how long have you been with B&H, and what is your role there, Gabriel?
So I've been there since 2001. I, like many photographers, I moved from California to New York, and the first thing I did was go to B&H on a red eye. I came in, I went to B&H, I bought a meter and I bought a tripod, and then 3 months later, I was working in the store.
Hey, that's great.
And I was working right on the floor with assisting people with bags, tripods, everything like that. But then I ended up actually managing the photo department. And then when the digital department came together with the photo, I was managing over 70 people on the floor, welcoming 10 to 20,000 people a week coming through the store all over the world. In 2004, I transitioned to our road marketing team, our events marketing team. And that's why we're here at WPPI. So our team was about 10 or 15 people.
Yeah.
We're the core team that kind of represents B&H, brings the face to B&H to the world,
and
really.
Connecting, networking,
exactly. Yeah. Supporting trade shows, workshops, seminars,
so
creator events, all that.
A lot on the road then.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Wow,
exactly.
It's a busy.
Lots of events. My job is not to be at B&H.
Yeah. It's representing B&H on the globe, right?
Exactly.
Which is really cool. So the cool thing is, because you have, equipment for daily use for content creators that just start, working with an iPhone or whatever, just a phone, but also, the top-notch photographers or videographers, when they want something really like, a massive camera that it magically disappears as well. I don't know how you do that. That is what I hear. That is what is incredible. You don't ignore the small people or the individuals that start, but you also serve to the big names, and you boom, make things appear. That's just really cool. So do you know how the collaborations or how?
Sure. So I think back in the film days, the ultimate goal was to make the print, right?
Yeah.
That's how you would get your image, right? It was like, yes, there were slides and stuff that you would look through, but the ultimate goal for a photographer was to have something they were proud of on the wall, make a book, With the digital, obviously, transition, and with all the online sharing, we've lost that a little bit.
A little bit.
A lot, but
do you think it's coming back though?
I do, because just like film is coming back, right? And just like retro and all those things, but also I think we as humans crave something tactile.
Yes.
And again, I think that celebration is still needed. If you have some great image, story, obviously print translates best to the still image, but if you have something to celebrate, yes, it's great to put on a social media site and get lots of loves and lots of likes and stuff like that, but that's so momentary.
What if the lights went out?
What if the lights went out? What if the lights went out?
Kind of, God knows, some current went, it's all gone. Then you still have something to hold on to.
Yeah, you do. I mean, my home in Brooklyn is a gallery. I love printing, and I'm just because I came from that, and I knew that celebration, that ultimate celebration, is a print. So I always am trying to. My living room, my bedroom, there's zero white space in my house. It's all filled with work.
Love to see
Not,
pictures.
my own work, others, and I try to switch it out because that helps you when you wake up. That helps you just be inspired.
Yes.
And you see either the work you celebrated from last year or the years before, and then it's like, I need new stuff on the wall. I need to get.
Or swap it around.
What am I doing next?
You need to swap it, right? I know. I love swapping the pictures at home as well. Now looking at like, you know, the eco-friendly and the sustainable factor, because, you know, this planet, resources, etc. You know, Hahnemühle is very eco-friendly.
Very, yeah.
Having the factory in the nature reserve that you have to visit one day.
I would love to. I really would love to.
Because they have their own well. They take the water. They use it. There's these 440-year-old machines. Just, you know, the waltzing. It's just it's a dance. It's a process. It's like magic. It has soul. And then the water goes back into the river, looking cleaner than it was before. You know, it's really insane. And you do carry the whole line, so also the natural line.
The natural line.
Do you see which is the ones that papers that you kind of sell the most, or maybe try to sell, or have people, you know, get attention because they're like, oh, bamboo, does it last? Yes, it does have the 100-year guarantee if you want to have gallery quality, right? But which do you get to sell easier, or which do you try, or which is the hard aspect?
Which papers? Obviously the photo rag, the Variety papers, those are like those classic standards. I feel like it's a darkroom print. It's a beautiful, so much depth to it. But the natural line is really kind of blows your mind. Right? Really, it's like amazing. Like you said, bamboo and all these other natural,
it's unexpected kind of. Right?
There's different tactileness to it, and so that's been great. Someone new to printing, get the sample pack. Yes, get the sample pack. We try to talk to them about the different kinds. We also have usually the sample books with us so that we can show them, so they can get a sense, because this is so hard to see online, right? And that's where we do most of our shopping. But to touch it, to hold it, feel it, and to see, because there's not one paper that's the solution for everything, right? Every print will sing differently on a different paper. So explore it, and it's a wonderful journey, I think.
Totally. Yeah. It's like some people have, you know, like Russell from Adobe is like, he's such a William Turner guy. He loves the whole depth and the graininess. And then there's others that just, you know, say without the Variety, I can't live without the satin.
That's true. I understand that.
But you get reactions like, oh, I couldn't do that. And then they do use a agave or you know, a bamboo or something. And then they're actually like, oh, wow. Yeah. Like that kind of like, oh, wow, I didn't know.
Totally. Yes. It's like, because it brings their vision. It's a different translation, right? And it's like, oh, wow, I didn't know I could do that with my image and bring that texture to it, or that, you know, that quality to it. So it's it's really it's a wonderful journey.
If you were looking at how fast this AI and everything is going, do you have any like worries or wishes for B&H? What or goals?
You know, B&H always, I think they've done a great job in just pivoting, adjusting, being like that reed and bending with the time, and not making a drastic, you know, decision. We kind of slowly go with, and if we see a new industry, we try to embrace it. Yeah. We try to learn about it. What is there to help the creatives out there? Yeah. Right. And this, I mean, we saw this so strongly with digital, right? This was so much like people kicking, screaming, and it took a few years to get to the image quality, but it super benefited the news and the journalists to get their images out there quicker. You know, so the importance of that. You know, we're all using AI, whether we like it or not, right? Exactly. Just with our texting and our everything else, our emails, everything, any of that stuff we're seeing. And yes, there's some fear, and there should be some, you know, there should be some thought into it. But there is also a benefit that it can help us, again, most of these things out here help us be better creatives. To in Photoshop, I mean, I've been in Photoshop for over 20 years. And boy, you know, just making selections and doing all these things was so tedious, and now it's so easy with the AI tools that are part of that now, and that helps me. Yeah, that helps me be more efficient. I mean, we'd all probably we'd want to be less on our computers. Yeah, we want to get those images looking great and getting them into the printer ASAP. So, you know, not having that take over us. Yeah. But understanding it and harnessing it to benefit ourselves. So.
That's a nice closing comment. That was a perfect closing comment, really. What else can I say? Well, you have the whole range of Hahnemühle.
Yep.
The collaboration remains. The store in New York is
Yep.
iconic, remains, even though AI and everything is, developing so fast. Let's hold on to the real stuff as well, and then still evolve and have that fusion remain the way it is. Lovely. Thank
Exactly.
you so much,
Exactly.
Gabriel.
It was a pleasure. Thank
Yes.
you.